Hey, what's going on, everyone? King here. So come on the Heir property. Come down here to see what's going on with the property. But yeah, I see that there's this vehicle that's parked down there. So I'm gonna see what's it about. And it looks like there's been a lot of rain. Part of the Petey River is kind of, I don't say flooded, but it's high. You see some of the water there sitting on the wooded area. A lot of overgrowth, a lot of branches have fallen. This is the road that was carved out, part of the old Marion Highway. That's the highway there, 7678 going towards Marion, coming from Florence. So I'm back on this property, see what's going on. See what's this vehicle doing on the property. Who it belongs to. Might call it in. Hello? You okay? You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been out here arguing with old ladies.
You met who?
Been arguing with old ladies, so I just been out here chilling.
Okay. You know, well, this is private property. Yeah, it's private property. My family owns this land. Okay. I mean, just making sure you're all right, man. You know?
Yeah, I was just
Okay. All right. Have a good day, man. Yeah, so looks like he was sleeping. Maybe he had a long day and just wanted to relax. I don't know what's going on, but I just told him that it's private property. So he said he's gonna go ahead and move on. No harm, no foul. I mean, it is what it is, but got to make sure that people are paying attention to what's going on. I know he's on, well, I won't say he's on drugs, but he might have been all-night bender. I don't know. Need a place to just crash and relax, whatever, sleep it off. That's fine, but hey, as long as he's not doing anything illegal, affairs on our property, it's still private property though. And people need to be aware of that. People need to know that even though there's some infighting going on, they just can't come on our property and do what they want. There's always a proper way of doing things, even when there's disagreements. You know, family or not, blood or not, heir or not, part owner or not, there's a right way and a wrong way of doing things. I'm about doing things proper, so. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot more flooding going on. I'm not sure if I can get to the bridge, the other side of the road there, but I'm gonna try. Take it easy through here. It's really flooded. I'm not gonna go and try it. It's too flooded. I'm gonna go check out some other areas of the property. Try this another day. This is what happens when you live next to a river. So this is why it's important to come out here and see what's going on with the property. This is why the road was washed out in 2018. I'm sorry, was it 2017? Excuse me, 2017. Or was it? No, I think it was 18. I think it was 18. I get my dates and times all mixed up. Yeah, I mean, almost got stuck there. You gotta pay attention to what I'm doing. This water's getting high, I don't know what. It's crazy. Good thing I didn't go any further. This is why it's important to know about the property and adhere to, you know, management practices when it comes to cutting timber, harvesting timber, like the South Carolina Forestry Commission, or any kind of forestry commission, any state, county forestry commission should have rules and regulations on how to cut timber, harvesting of the property, because I mean this is a $1 billion industry here in South Carolina. I think it was like, before I stated, it was $22 billion, almost $1 trillion, probably closer to $1 trillion now. But you know, billions of dollars are passing through the state from timber companies or whoever selling off their timber, harvesting timber to produce, you know, the merchandise is on the market, you know, pencils, lead in pencils, paper products, you name it. It comes from forest, it comes from the trees. The pharmaceutical companies using the natural resources in the forest to produce medicine. So again, you know, this being Heir property, that all heirs, owners of this property, including myself, me and my mother, and her family, her siblings, her living siblings, the children and grandchildren of her deceased siblings, you know, those of heirs or direct descendants of Washington James and Toby Cox, they have rights to this property. We have rights to this property. And I'm assured that by way of the law, by way of the lawsuit, that we preserve and protect our interests in our property. That's all I care about. You know, this is a right way and a wrong way of doing things, and everybody needs to realize that. You know, I don't care about hurt feelings, and that's not my problem. That's, man, look how much, that's high as I don't know what. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. That is high. That water line is so freaking high. I'm gonna get out and check it out. That was high as I don't know what. Because normally should be able to walk down and go around underneath the bridge. You see my other video that people go there to fish right in that area right there. And you walk this way, they can see it. People used to go up in there and fish right there. So that river's, that Petey River is high, I don't know what. Let's see what the sign says. Can't read it. Reward for tags. American shad are being tagged, and why you put it like there, man? You can't even read it. It's probably from the game warden or somebody. Let's see what it says. I can't read that. Reward for tags. Oh, maybe they're trying to tag some fish. Yeah, I can't read that. Too far away. Yeah, looks like it's from the Department of Natural Resources. Interesting. But man, you can't even get over there. It's the Petey River, man, the mighty Petey River. Look how much flooded. It's flooded. It's flooded. It goes all the way to the other side of the bridge. It's all flooded. You know, this side here of the bridge is, you know, Marion County. And the other side of the bridge is Florence County. And this is a road here leading to the boat ramp. I think this road here is owned by South Carolina Department of Natural Resources. So we don't own this road, but you know, when I was a manager, one of the managers on the property, a manager for the board for the property, that we discussed this during the meeting. Said, hey, who owns this road? What's this road about? Because you got people that are parking and littering. You know, I believe this part here is our property. And that's why it needs to be identified. Like, hey, this is our property. Let's take care of it. You gotta see people dumping their trash on our property. You know, buckets. I don't know what all that stuff is right there. The tree is falling down. And, you know, again, this needs to be clearly defined as what is our property line and what is their property line. Look at beer bottles, water bottles, Coke cans, Pepsi bottles. People just littering around our property. For what? For what reason? What sense does it make for people to come on our property and trash it? It's like the gentleman that was sleeping on our property. Yeah, he probably was not hurt nobody, but still, it's private property. When he signs up, it says it's private property. There used to be a sign here. I think it used to be a sign, or maybe a sign up there that says, "Do not block the turnaround." And use this area here as a turnaround spot. People should park here. Look at all that trash right there. All that trash being littered. But yeah, who's monitoring this property? Who's monitoring this? Who's coming down here and making sure that things are being taken care of? You know, I've never been over here. Hopefully I can make my way without getting too muddy, falling in the mud, get my shoes dirty. The somebody carved this path. Again, this is our property. As far as I know, it is. This part is owned by Department of Natural Resources. It needs to be identified. Look how high the water is. Probably even getting higher. Maybe a Coke can, some kind of beer can, I think it is, or whatever. No respect for people's property. People need to know, the public needs to know that this is private property. This is not for the public to come on here and do what they want. And that water is flowing pretty fast. It's flowing. It's going. Got a beetle. Look at that big old, there's two of them there. Like dung beetles or something. This stinks over here. It smells like crap. But anyways, I might try to go to the other side of the bridge there and see how much flooding. There's a lot of flooding on the other side of the bridge, but I gotta figure out a way to get over there. Since I can't go in the main part of the property, I will just go to the other side, and if I don't find anything, just call it wraps. So stay tuned, and I'll let you know if I continue this video or end it right here. So this is the turnaround spot that I was speaking of. It's not too far from where I was parked at, but yeah, I mean, again, who owns this part of the property? Who owns this property? Is it owned by Department of Natural Resources, Marion County? Is it our property? Who put that sign up there? You know? These are things that need to be discussed, right? That the board is not taking care of, it's not handling. Granted, this is small potatoes, but still, this is part of it. This is part of managing property. This is the reason why you call meetings and have meetings to discuss issues like this. If it's going on for far too long, and that people, when I say people, the public, or whoever, feels like they need that, they can just come on here and do this and trash the property. Like, you got, again, water bottles, people's personal trash, jugs, styrofoam, coolers, whatever you want to call it, it's on this property. The property's being trashed. There's nobody here to manage it, nobody here taking care of it. Nobody's out here coming to see what's going on with this property. But yet, they want to move trailers on property. They want to enter hunting leases. They want to spend money. They want to do all this and a third, but yet they can't come out here and handle business. It makes no sense. Doesn't make sense. So I'm well within my right to pursue legal action to get it where the land needs to be versus going to court because we're being sued or we're facing legal action to partition and sell the property. Or Marion County, whoever wants to take this property by eminent domain. All because we can't get it together, we can't manage this property efficiently, effectively, without all the fighting and bickering and what's going on. People feel the need that because of who their daddy is, who their mama is, or who the grandparents, whatever case may be, whatever the bloodline is, that they can just do what they want on the property. Maybe so. But still, there's right way and wrong way of doing things. Especially when you have bylaws that are enacted, especially when you went to court, not once but twice, over mismanaging the property and people claiming to be heirs of property, but yet they're not taking care of business, they're not doing things properly. And they're mad at me, they're mad at my mother, and telling us to sit down and stop causing problems, but yet I don't see them out here. When they were in charge or when they were part of the board or whatever case may be, whatever position they had or duty they had to managing the property, their involvement in managing property, what did they do? Because the bickering and fighting was going on way before I came around, way before I came home in 2014, way before I retired, way before I gave my money to help pay for my uncle's lawyer. Me and my mother gave him money. She drove 15 hours, 20 hours from Louisiana to help support her family, to be there for her family, yet this is going on. Yeah, all of a sudden we're liars. That her brother is calling her sister, telling her to come to his house so he can show her something, show her a letter that possibly that I wrote to the living siblings of my grandfather, right? The aunts and uncles to my mother. They're my grand aunts and uncles. I wrote them a letter saying, come home, see what's going on. Yeah, he's trying to use that as evidence to say, see, against to turn my mother's sister, her own sister, against her and against me. There's a kind of nonsense going on. And they don't want to talk about it, that's fine. You ain't got to talk about it. You ain't got to admit to it. We could deal with it in court. Let's go. I'm a liar though, right? I'm a liar with everything else. So let me continue on. I'll let you know if I continue with this video or I'm going to end it right here. Thanks for watching so far. Stay tuned. Alright, change of plans. I couldn't find my way to the other side of the bridge to get a look at the property. You can see the water was flooded on that side, but I'm sure it pretty was, but I couldn't do it. But now I am walking down close to the Heir property to see about my mother's property. A few weeks ago, I came out here and I cleaned up the trash on my mother's property. So I want to take a look at it, make sure that people are not littering on her property. Looks pretty neat. Got most of the, I think got most of all the trash up. Beer bottles, plastic bottles. I think there's still one or two tires I need to get out of here. But for the most part, it looks clean. I don't see no trash. People dumping trash on the property. Well, guess I spoke too soon. Right there. Beer cans on the property. For whatever reason, you can't tell me that that's just, fell off like a garbage truck, a dump truck, whatever. Somebody put that there. And the only people that live around here are family. Her brother, two of her brothers live that way, and other members of her family live that way. That way is their property. So there ain't no reason why that those two beer cans are ending up on this property. And before I came here and come to my mother's property to walk it, I stopped by another cousin's property, and one of our family members was there, and he had asked me so one of my cousins that was at my cousin's house, one of my family members, asked me, he wanted to know about the property. He wanted to know what I'm trying to do with the property. And I had to make it very clear to him in front of other members that were there, people that were there, that I am not trying to sell this land. I'm not trying to steal this land. I'm not trying to do anything but get it resolved, legal issue resolved. So he was like, well, I don't know nothing. I want to know from the beginning. Tell me from the baseline level, floor level. He went down like this, like, tell me. And I started to tell him, but because I had started talking to another cousin who I came to see there at our house, that we kind of got sidetracked. But he was kind of, wanting to know the baseline of what was going on. So I might have to come back and have a conversation with him when we can really sit down and talk. But he said that he wanted to be with me. He wanted to know what's going on, that he will be on my side as long as I'm getting things done. So again, this is about doing things right. This ain't about me and my family, or this is about everybody. But I'm sitting right now on the Heir property, but I just want to make sure that there was no trash being thrown on my mother's property on this side of the property line. I do see one beer can right there. But again, this is on Heir property. And my mother's property is right there. You can see. Let me walk this way, right here. Let me walk this way. You see where I put the purple paint there on the tree. So this is my mother's property right here. This is her property line that I'm standing on right now. You can see that there is the two tapes. So right down the middle, right down in this middle is the border of the property. So Heir property side, my mother's side of the property line, right down in the middle here. As you can see, goes right through here, see? So right through here is her property. property line. I'm on the property line between the Heir property, her property. Again, she purchased this property from her great-grandfather, Simon Cox, who is the grandfather to her mother. His grandma Golda is one of his children, one of his daughters. So again, you see right there, purple paint, property markings. So right down here is mother's property line. Again, this is private property. This belongs to somebody else. This side belongs to, I think, one of our cousins. But this is the property line here. Well, I don't see any trash other than the 2 beer cans. So I'm gonna wrap up this video. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for rocking with me. Thanks for all those that support me and support my channel. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment, share this video, and I will see you on the video. Take care. Peace.